Reading Animorphs for the first time, book 53, The Answer, spoilers for this book and up until this point in the series. Alright, I'm going to try to articulate my thoughts about this book, but please know the only thing going on in my head right now is screaming with Anaconda by Nicki Minaj as background music. Like, this book. Like, I was genuinely enjoying Jake truly taking charge and deciding this is it. And I was actually with him when he said, no, no one backs out. This is the final stand. This is D-Day. All of us are in. It's time. I was with him on that. And then he drained that Yerk pool. And I was just screaming no. And like his thought process leading up to it about like they deserved it, they came here, they're subhuman, do it. It's just so chilling in how succinctly it articulated how people can be led to making those kind of decisions and thinking that that kind of decision is okay. Like, this book had something to say, and it said it. Also, what it said about the taxons, about them wanting to escape, because I would say the taxons are the closest thing this series has to true evil. Because all of the other species, including Yerks, have been humanized to an extent. Like, we understand them, especially after, in the previous book, like, those Yerks were staying behind to help free non-infested humans and Hork-Bajir and all that. But the taxons have always been seen as purely evil, not because of a sentient choice, but because of this plague of hunger, which is, I think, a metaphor for greed. Like, if anything in this series is evil, it is uncontrollable greed. And the fact that there are taxons who, what they want is out. They don't want to suffer under their own greed anymore. And I think that is poignant. And the way I freaked out when it was Elfangor's friend, whose name I don't remember, but like, I was like, it's him! That's awesome. I love that he gets some redemption, some future within the taxons, and I really hope the taxons get that future as anacondas. I'm rooting for them. Even though I'm like, they're a scavenger species. Oh no, oh no. Also, Tobias being pissed at Jake for risking Rachel. Just, they are so cute together. And in the last arc, I've been kind of feeling like their romance almost seems like it might have fizzled out because of how into the war Rachel has been, but them still being together and cute makes me happy. I'm trying to get some joy out of this book. This book really was that bitch, but it was fascinating, phenomenal, terrible, makes me sad. So let me enjoy a few little things that made me happy. And speaking of things that made me happy, Visser 3, now Visser 1, being like, I was undone by my trusting nature. This diva. Like, I'm sorry, I know we all hate him. He's awful, but he's so funny sometimes. I have grown to have some affection for Visser 1, previously Visser 3, just because I'm just like, every time he's on the page, I'm like, this diva. I'm in pain. What the fuck was this book? The Animorphs is Animorph scene, okay? I have more to say about book 53. Like, Jake's last name, he just gave us his last name. Like, that's the moment that I was like, oh, this book is different. And then, like, the auxiliary Animorphs, all of them, all of them, all of them. And, like, your main character, your hero, like the leader of the group, they're all arguably the main characters, but the leader of the group, just 16-year-old boy that we've been rooting for this whole time, commits a genocide? Like, and I know Animorphs is different. I know Animorphs is different, but like, is this my new favorite Animorphs book? Do I need to change my profile picture? Like, this is the first true contender since book 30. I need to sit with it a while. I've been able to sit with book 30 and like fall more and more in love with that over time. But now this one, and I still don't think I'll ever get over, I was undone by my trusty nature. Is Mr. 3 my favorite character? Maybe. I love a just straight up no moral complexity. I want to rule it all Disney villain, and he is, and he's so oh my gosh, I have so many emotions, and they're up and down and all over the place. Like book 53 of the Animorphs. Uh huh.